The U.S. Global Ocean Ecosystems Dynamics Program began in the early 1990s with modeling studies and a series of planning meetings to define the field programs. Now, as the program comes to a close, the accomplishments and legacies are coming into view. One of the legacies that this digital poster describes is the data management system, with the tools and techniques developed to enable investigators to work with, integrate, and share the data produced in the course of the program. U.S. Globec data management began in 1994 with the Georges Bank Field Program, driven by the fact that an explicit data policy was in place at the start of the program. U.S. Globec data management during the Georges Bank project was in many ways quite unique and very much ahead of its time. The way the data would be managed and shared was an integral part of the planning process, and back in 1994, this was not the usual way of doing things. Data sharing was encouraged very early in the data collection, data processing stages. The advantages were recognized of allowing others to have access to everyone's data before they were final. Early and timely access to these data enabled investigators about to go to sea to use this up-to-date information in their cruise track planning. In many cases, scientists had access to data online that had been collected just 2 weeks earlier. And, of course, the more people looking at the data, the higher the quality. Here are some Georges Bank memories. Data management during Southern Ocean Globec continued this approach, which included emphasizing the importance of good quality metadata, making the data management system data-driven with data freely accessible. This system enabled new but similar data to be posted online with a minimum amount of human intervention. This was a technique adopted during the Georges Bank years when there was only one full-time data manager. Having a clear data policy to address concerns about data ownership made it possible to have effective data sharing from the beginning. Here are some Southern Ocean Globec memories. The Northeast Pacific Globec project, subdivided into two very different geographic areas, the California Current System and the coastal Gulf of Alaska, resulted in new data management challenges due to its size and scope. Data from this project are still being submitted as synthesis and modeling activities come to a close. Here are some Northeast Pacific Globec memories. In addition to the vast compendium of data from the U.S. Globec program, the management system has been expanded, enhanced, and integrated with the U.S. JGOFS program to become the Biological and Chemical Oceanography Data Management Office. BICO-DMO is a legacy product of the U.S. Globec program. The Biological and Chemical Oceanography Data Management Office, known as BICO-DMO, is home to more than 5,300 datasets from 160 projects, and more data are being added every day. These data and information sets encompass the full range of oceanographic research, from biological to chemical to ecological and physical, and cover the globe. One may find historical datasets from classic transects and groundbreaking expeditions from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. Data from renowned programs of the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s. All the way to the most recent data from ongoing and new programs like ocean carbon and biogeochemistry, dimensions of biodiversity, and ocean acidification. Primarily funded by the National Science Foundation, BICO-DMO managers work with investigators both before and after data are collected to ensure that the data and information about the data, or metadata, that are available online are the most accurate, up-to-date, and complete as possible. BICO-DMO data holdings span the globe and include nutrient data from the Antarctic, zooplankton abundance from the Southeast Atlantic, diver-collected gelatinous zooplankton from the Sargasso Sea, data from sampling sites near Bermuda, and many other locations. Primarily a web-based system, BICO-DMO provides access via any standard web browser, including Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Safari. You can see information about the data on the web page or the location of the data on the map, and both the map and the web page provide clear pathways to the datasets themselves. Based on computer software first used in the U.S. JGOFS program and updated for the U.S. Globec program, the data management system itself is rich in content and accommodates many different types of data, including numbers, images, and documents. Scientists can easily get copies of the data to analyze on their own computers. The data are freely available with proper credit to the contributing investigators, and no password is required. Both the text interface and the mapper provide simple search opportunities. The map display is provided for a quick look at the data to allow you to decide if the data are of interest or not. Although you are encouraged to download the data and perform your own analysis, some simple plots and displays from within the map environment may inspire new ideas. BICO-DMO does not provide a permanent data archive, but we do make it easy for managers to submit data to appropriate national archives, like the National Oceanographic Data Center, and we work in partnership with thematic repositories like the Global Change Master Directory, the Carbon Dioxide Information Analysis Center, the Ocean Biogeographic Information System, and GenBank. The Biological and Chemical Oceanography Data Management Office, as a legacy product of the U.S. Globec program, provides web-based, searchable, text and geospatial access to biodiversity, ecological, and environmental data and information throughout the water column of the world's oceans. We work with investigators before and after data are collected to provide support from proposal to preservation. Thank you.